Hey, you guys think you know which way it's going to go?
Yeah.
Well, you should head on and over to Sports Interaction, whatever sport. Sports Interaction has you covered pregame, live and betting, and all major sports. And, of course, your prop bets. If you want to bet, where do you go, guys?
Sports Interaction.
Sportsinteraction.com/STPN. Come on. 19 plus, please play responsibly.
So let's do biggest surprise to miss the playoffs. Who you got missing the playoffs and be like, oh my gosh?
Calgary Flames. If they can't pull it together, I believe in the Calgary Flames, but I don't believe in the system that they're playing. The other thing that, I was watching them the other day, and Ryan Leslie brought up a really good point, and he said that the problem seems to be finish. And you look at the Calgary Flames, you see finish like
Mark people from Finland.
No, like finish, as in like they finish the play and score a goal, guys. They have a bunch of playmakers. Yeah. Right? Huberdeau's a playmaker. Kadri's a playmaker. Lindholm's a playmaker. None of those guys are like, Grim Reaper scorers. Like, oh, fuck, this guy's definitely scoring on us tonight. I think the Calgary Flames have all the talent in the world, but it might just be a little bit too much of the, what do they call it? Remember the little things you'd get in NHL? Where it's like, this person's a playmaker, a PLR or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
This is too much PLR and not enough SCO. So that's my pick.
I can go next, Steve, because it looks like you're still looking for one.
Yeah, please go next.
I think this is an easy one. I think I'm performing a layup here. St. Louis Blues.
Yeah.
The St. Louis Blues always have high expectations. They're always trying to contend. They're definitely not in rebuild mode, but they just. I think it's fair to say they don't have it this year. It doesn't seem to be clicking. They haven't been able to put together a consistent stretch of winning hockey. And you look at things like their goal differential and how they're playing defense, and their goaltending isn't there. Mr. Jordan Binnington. I don't think the St. Louis Blues are a playoff team. The West, when you have LA and Seattle sneaking in there aren't enough playoff spots available, especially if a team like Calgary, who they expect to contend, if they try and get in there as well, there aren't 8 spots that the Blues can get into. So I think they're going to miss the playoffs, and it's not going to be a happy time.
They have a goaltending situation they got to figure out. Benner's been better lately, but I think, they do miss Ville Husso, for sure.
Yeah, they had a good 1-2 tandem when they were both working, and it's not there anymore. And they don't have the goal scoring. Goal scoring is not there for St. Louis.
I'm torn. There's one from our predictions video from before the season. So I was higher on the Bruins than you guys, and I was right about that. And then there was another team I was much higher on who has just not been good at all, and that's the Nashville Predators. I don't know if you would say they're a surprise because they're behind both the teams that you guys mentioned. So I'm going to go with another team because you mentioned a team that is currently out of a playoff spot at the time we were recording this. And you mentioned a team that is also out of a playoff spot at the time we're recording this. So I'll say a team that's in a playoff spot, the Edmonton Oilers.
You think they're going to miss?
What?
They're like 1 point back.
Oh my
They're
God.
1 point up.
Connor McDavid missing the playoffs at this point in his career? I don't believe it.
Adam's basement is always so cold, but right now it got real hot.
Yeah, it sure did.
They are
Your
in a similar mold. Oh, I know. But they're in a similar mold to so many teams. If they make the playoffs, no one in their right mind bets against them because they have an actual fairy tale god Thor Ragnarok monster on their team, and Connor McDavid.
True.
I was talking about Draisaitl. But they struggle in the regular season, man. They really struggle in the regular season. They struggle to get stops. They struggle to defend anything. They struggle to consistently play in a way that the fan base can be satisfied with. You know what? You guys pick 2 teams not in the playoff spot. I'm picking one that is. Fuck it.
There you go.
There you go. Edmonton Oilers not making the playoffs.
Wow.
They're 1 point up at the time we're
Steve, where are you from?
Canada.
What part of Canada?
Scarborough.
Oh no, Eastern bias.
Are you a Toronto media person?
No,
media?
Which means you automatically lie. Just ask people in Edmonton and Arizona.
You know what? None of us. Yeah, fuck. When did Arizona get lumped in there?
The truth.
None of us.
Not from you, Eastern Canadian media man. Out to sink entire NHL franchises with your podcast.
Maybe I should have said the team that won the President's Trophy last year, the Florida Panthers.
Honestly, that's a good pick too.
I don't think that'll be a surprise.
I mean,
They won the President's
No, it's
Trophy.
a bit of a shock. They did
Sure.
they scored 100 or they had 126 points last year as a team.
If I'm not mistaken, they gave up an unprotected first-round pick for Ben Sherrod.
Yeah,
And this is not the year to do that shit. So that could be a big problem.
that's a big one.